Hey everyone, and welcome to the Tesla Daily Investor. Today it's Friday 25th of April 2025. It's about 2:45 here in London, and I'm about to do my first investment for today, which is going to be for £500. And then when I've done that, I'm going to share my portfolio with you, how many units I have in Tesla, how many units I have in MicroStrategy, and how many units I have in Nvidia. But before we get to that, let's have a look at how the portfolio is doing at the moment. So as you can see, the general investment account is just over £38,000. So it's doing well. It's off its low. It was around 30k, I can remember, just a couple of weeks ago. My stocks and shares ISA, which is fully funded, is just over 16,000. So, I'm still investing in this year's allowance, but last year's allowance is fully funded. And my self-invested personal pension stands above 34,000, and I'm expecting tax relief hopefully in the next few weeks, so that's going to increase the SIPP side of things as well. So in total I have around, I would say 30, 60 to 80, about 88,200. When you take into account all the portfolios that I hold, I have around just over £100,000, and when you put that into dollars, it's around 140,000 at the moment, which I calculated yesterday. So things are going in the right direction. Obviously, my ultimate goal is to build a portfolio in excess of $1 million. So slowly but surely, I'm getting there. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to head on over to my stocks and shares ISA. I'm just going to check how much allowance I have just to make sure. Excuse me. Okay, so I've got £18,950 remaining. You can see that figure on the top right hand side. So I'm going to top this up now with £500. Okay, so I'm going to continue to my bank and make this transfer. Okay, so the payment summary is set up. What I'm going to do now is just confirm everything. So £500. I'm going to continue. And hopefully that's going to take me back to free trade with my £500 top up. So yep, there we go. So the top up has arrived. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be investing in my ISA, but I'm not going to be investing in Tesla I'm not going to be investing in Tesla today. It's not because I don't believe in the company. It's more because I want to put more money into MicroStrategy, because I've got a feeling that it's gonna start to surge very, very soon, and I want to try and put as much money in there as possible. I have quite a lot of my portfolio in Tesla, so I'm just trying to build my position in MicroStrategy and Nvidia. So here goes. So it's 360 at the moment. The daily change is about 3%. Last 3 months it's 3% as well, but maximum, if you have a look at it, it's sitting around just over 2,500%. So this is a great opportunity. It's trading at a discount. The previous high was around 500 and something. So again, I think the more Bitcoin MicroStrategy buy, the higher the price will go. So I'm gonna buy this for £500 now. Hopefully I should be getting 3 shares. Nope, 2 shares. Just under 2 shares actually, 1.8 shares, which is disappointing. But I'm gonna just keep on buying as much as I can. So I'm going to review the order and confirm the buy. Okay, so that's been put through, and the number of shares that I've bought is 1.8384. So I'm going to update my spreadsheet with that. So 1.8384. So let me just quickly do that. Okay, so I've updated my spreadsheet and now I'm just going to share the holdings, the total holdings that we have. So all the brokerage accounts, all the ISAs, all the SIPPs, all the like general investment accounts, all the plus 500s, all the eToros, everything is going to be showing here. So Tesla in total, I have 450, just over 450 shares. So my target is to get to 500 as soon as we can. For MicroStrategy, I have just over 51.5 shares. So again, my target here is 200. So I'm 25% of the way there. For Nvidia, I have 34.1382 shares. Again, my target is 200%. So I'm around about 15% there. So again, I've got a long way to go, but I've hit, I'm quite happy with what I've produced or what I've accumulated so far. So that's good. So basically 415 Tesla, just over 51 in MicroStrategy, and just over 34 in Nvidia. So that's the amount of units that I hold. I'm not too concerned about the price. I'm more concerned about hitting my targets of 500 shares in Tesla, 200 shares in MicroStrategy, and 200 shares in Nvidia. So that's the holdings. I'm going to go back to free trade now and just have a look at the portfolio again. So again, as you can see, it's steadily growing. It's going in the right direction. I'm trying to minimize my capital gains exposure. So I'm going to be slowly selling out of my general investment account and into my self-invested personal pension. This way, I'm not going to be triggering any capital gains tax. And I'm going to also get personal tax relief when I invest in the SIPP. So hopefully I'm going to get more money to invest in the SIPP when I get the tax relief. So everything is going in the right direction. Money is going from the general investment account into the self-invested personal pension account. I've topped up £500 today into my stocks and shares ISA, and I put it all in MicroStrategy. My MicroStrategy holdings is slowly increasing along with my Tesla and Nvidia. So everything that I can do, I'm doing, and hopefully in the right amount of time, it's going to get to $1 million. So for anyone who's new to my account, I basically have one goal and 4 rules for my portfolio. So the goal is to build a portfolio worth $1 million, and I have 4 rules that I always try to adhere to. So the first rule is I am a long-term investor. So anything that I invest today, I'm not going to sell anything for the next 5 years, and I'm going to try and keep it for at least 10 years. So that's rule number 1, long-term investing. Rule number 2 is I'm a very aggressive investor. So I try to invest a minimum of £300 into the stock market every day it's open. I try to do 500, but my main aspiration one day is to get to £1,000 a day invested every day into the stock market. So rule number 2 is I invest very aggressively every day. Rule number 3 is I invest in highly volatile stocks like Tesla, MicroStrategy, and Nvidia. So with these stocks, they can half in value in like a matter of a few days, or they can like shoot up and double in a few days as well. So it's highly volatile, and you have to like be able to tolerate the ups and downs. So that's rule number 3, volatile investing. And rule number 4 is to try and be as tax efficient as possible. So what I do is I always max out my stocks and shares ISA. I always max out my self-invested personal pensions. I always max out my JISA and JSIP for my kids as well. So I'm always trying to max out the tax efficient instruments that I have available to me, so I don't have to pay any tax when I do sell these positions in the future. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully you find it entertaining and valuable. If you do, give it a thumbs up, like it, and subscribe to my channel. It's really good to have you here. And also go on your own journey. Start investing from as little as £1 and do it every day. Do it once a month, once a week, whatever but try to challenge yourself, see how far you can go when you're investing, and try, pick stocks, do some stock picking, fund picking, and just experiment to see what your tolerance to risk is. And once you find what your tolerance to risk is, you can start investing money. And then once you start getting the investment bug, you're going to want to try and invest more and more. So you're going to challenge yourself to get a higher paid job, get some more money through your side hustles, through your business. So it's like it just keeps on going around a virtuous circle, if that makes sense. So that's all for today. I will bring you hopefully another portfolio update during the weekend, and I will also do another investment on Monday. So until then, have a great weekend. Take care. Bye.